What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of A Ginger Driving Down the Road, or as I like to call it, Chronicles of a Ginger. This is the old stories of past glories, and that name has zero meaning whatsoever other than the stories part. So I was just reminiscing as I was doing absolutely nothing but driving down the road, my favorite pastime, thinking about the good old days of middle school. So last we met in a story of Rob, we was all mama no and everything, and so that year goes through. It was epic. The entire, I don't know why I went Jim wrong there, but the entire year was fantastic. Best year of school of all time. And also, I would have said for the longest time, like the worst year of school. But funny how that happens. But man, me and Rob, we're just being me and Rob. Not really getting in too much trouble, but somehow never really finding our way out of it. But most of the stuff was just like goofing off. We're good at goofing off. Well, this day in particular, I don't know how it came about. I do know that Rob got in trouble, and it's a few weeks of school left. So this dude does something, and we had what was actually probably my favorite teacher in all of my schooling. And we did not treat her as such, but Miss Bruno. And looking back, it was pretty awful. But at the time, Rob does something, gets in trouble, and so he gets told to leave the classroom. As he is walking out, and we're in these mobile units, otherwise known as trailers, and this dude's walking out the classroom, and he mumbles. Now, I say mumbles, he said it under his breath. The reality is, if you've ever met Rob, holding his tongue isn't exactly his strong suit. Like, he kind of does what my mom does when she whispers. My mom's whispers like, "Hey, don't tell your dad." It's like just as loud as normal talking, but she tries to use it in a whispery voice. Well, Rob, when he's mumbling, it's louder than when I'm talking. So he calls her the B word, and her head whips around. "What did you just say?" She's storming out into the little hallway. I don't know what it would be called, the entrance, but little area where we had to throw our book bags down. And yeah, I think that's what happened. I think she told him to leave the classroom. She throws his backpack. It's probably like a G.I. Joe backpack or something. I don't know. You know, Rob, well, at the time it was probably like Ninja Gaiden. Either way, you know, Rob was a ninja before he was a commander. And she throws it outside. It'd been raining, so like it goes in the mud. He's not happy about it. I think that's when he called her the B word. Either way, she's not happy about that. He gets kicked out of class. So she's out there waiting for the principal to come down. And this dude's gonna get suspended, right? So I'm still in the classroom. So I did what any good friend would do, and you know, I might not be able to save Rob at this point, but you can better believe we're going to avenge him. So we had these Navy pea beans. If you don't know what Navy pea beans are, hopefully I'll put up a picture. And they're basically these little white beans. They're like pinto beans. I mean, I don't know if they taste like that, but they're like that kind of hardness and everything. We had 2 big boxes of them in the classroom that we used for some kind of silly, like, Parcheesi style game or something our teacher liked for us to play. So I just went up to the front of the class where they were at by our desk and grabbed them and chucked a couple across the classroom to the good side of the class. And so they're like, where'd that come from? And I was handing them out to the people on the bad side of the class, and I'm handing them out to the people on the good side of the class. And the next thing you know, all you hear is these things like freaking BBs popping off the walls, hitting people's desks, people, yelling ow and stuff. It was fantastic. It's like hundreds of Navy PBs just flying back and forth across the classroom. At this point, the principal's outside the classroom talking to Rob, and they're waiting on his mom to show up, and the teacher's still out there. All of a sudden, she comes in the classroom, and I don't even know how it happened, but for some reason, I don't know if everyone decided to aim at her, if she just walked in at the exact wrong time, but it was like 500 Navy PBs all in her direction at one time and just peppered the wall. Like a machine gun going off. She's losing her mind. And everybody, kind of stops after they all realize the teacher's in there, which was a few throws later for a few people. And sadly, she's crying. And I'm like, I didn't really mean for it to go that. Like, I didn't mean for her to start crying. I just thought this would be fun. And we didn't get in trouble for the Navy P-beam fight, but festivities, whatever you want to call it. But Rob did get suspended for like 2 weeks, and there was 3 weeks left of school. And if you've never met Cecilia, that's Rob's mom. That's where Rob got his. All right, so apparently your phone will overheat if it's sitting in the sun recording yourself driving down the road talking about 7th grade 48 years later. But where were we? So yeah, Rob's mom, that's where Rob got his hot-headed quick to make decision stuff that he may or may not have. I'm just speculating. And so she's like, if he's gonna be out of school for 2 weeks, well, I'm just going to take him out for the rest of the year. And then she proceeds to congratulate Rob on standing up for himself, because the teacher shouldn't have thrown his backpack in the mud, and takes him to buy a Super Nintendo, which had just dropped. Like, it was like, they're brand new. So that's what this dude gets. And you know what I got? I got good memories. And I don't know what I call this segment, but oh yeah, that's what I got. I got stories of past glories. Yay.